graveyard stuff. I'm gonna try that. Let's see how I get on with this fusion dude. Whoops. I'm very, very tired tonight, so my reflexes are probably going to be bad, which is going to make playing this game interesting. What are you doing? Oh, special defense, that's right, I'm not using specials. Oh god, I forgot to link the stream in the tweet again because I'm an idiot and very, very tired. I am very out of practice at streaming. I'm going to need to heal. But only after I've taken multiple hits. Don't heal. One turn lost. This is definitely a more powerful version of Exorcist Arrow than was in use in the dungeon. Okay. So a thing I don't know is whether greater malice means a greater, more dangerous enemy to fight to clear the malice. So it's just wind that I don't have. Oh, which the holy thing? Yeah, it's a weird design. Right, what is going to emerge from the malice to challenge me? The monster doesn't look any different, at least. It's going to be casting fire on me. Let's be an angel! This might not actually be worth it. What's the increase going to be? 15%. For 5 turns. Oops. God, I'm so tired. Oh, that's good. That's a lot of damage. Oh wow, that was easy. Is that really going to quiet the malice all the way? Yep. Okay then. I need to make sure I've got 3 of those. Well, I've got 4, so that's a good start. It's not that late my time. It's like 8 o'clock. I'm just tired because I've been at work all day. Although most of that was sitting in my office. Wait, where is it I'm supposed to go? Oh, that's right. Here. I am indeed an actual dingus. Aha. Don't recycle my books. We don't have a house, leave it alone. Hey Sanai, welcome to the stream.
Hello.
Hello Sam, how are you?
I'm doing well, yourself?
I'm exhausted. But otherwise okay.
Alright. I am having... Fuck, it does this every time. It plays out the wrong device.
Technical difficulties.
Hello.
Hello.
There we go.
So the boy that used to be a cat has now been possessed by Dehwai. And something's gone horribly wrong very, very quickly. Oh, we were going to do Thousand Arms, and then basically, while we were setting up to record the episode, Devon had the Thousand Arms wiki up in order to write the blurb about it for the end of the cast, and he was just reading out bits of it, and it sounded just awful. So at the last minute, we decided to switch, and Exist Archive was what we settled on because I've been talking about it forever, and now we can all play it. Although it's a long game.
Is it really? Well,
I think so. I mean, like, there's not a huge amount of plot to it, but it's a lot of levels, and I think you'd have to do a fair amount of grinding.
how long to beat this? About 35 hours.
Yeah, I'm not sure I believe that. I think it's definitely going to
Well,
take me that longer than that.
are you apparently are you guys set on Monster Hunter?
Yeah, we're doing Monster Hunter World in September.
I hope you've got not much going on in September.
Well, I'll be preparing for the new term, but it's a fairly quiet month.
Yeah, because Monster Hunter games are usually very long.
We're probably not going to play like the whole thing because it's not a narrative really.
It has a narrative to it now, but
I've just been buttoning through this. I haven't been following it. Whoops. Yeah, Meowster, what's his name, apparently was a cat and then Susan Time transformed him into a boy. Whereupon he became a master of the temple himself, I think.
I think it'd be pronounced something like Shushen, wouldn't it?
Possibly. I am not an expert on Mandarin pronunciations.
I'm just going by what later Dynasty Warriors games are, because early Dynasty Warriors is a horrible minefield for terrible pronunciation of Chinese names. Cao Cao being pronounced Cao Cao.
Wow. Yeah, its treatment of romance was part of the problem, from the sound of it.
Is that the dating sim one?
Yeah, there's a kind of Sakura Wars element to it, or maybe it's even from the Sakura Wars team.
Who made it? Yeah, it is from the Sakura Wars developer, Red Entertainment.
Right, yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
We've already got a nice parent.
But then after that, Mario and Luigi, which is... I think the game's really good.
I'm looking forward to it.
There's also... gets very hard at the end.
I gather it's a bit more manageable on the reissue, re-release, remaster, whatever it is.
Yeah. On the 3DS.
Which is what we're going to play.
Oh. Yeah, I have that. I haven't played it yet. I've played the original several times. It's a shorter one.
Right, where am I going? I know there's another boss to fight. This might be it. I mean, this game is set before World War I starts, so it's not really handling World War I, but I'm actually quite interested in its portrayal. So we're in Japanese-occupied China in the aftermath of the war with Russia, and it's interesting to me that it's set there, and it's willing to acknowledge that the Japanese, were invading countries and being imperialist. It's not the deepest critique of imperialism ever, but at least it's acknowledging it.
I think the second game is set during World War One.
That sounds pretty reasonable.
And as I understand, the third one is like late 20s America.
Yes. I know the third one is set. I love this animation, by the way, for the scan move. It's just got to be seen to be believed. Fortunately, this enemy is Dark Elemental, but does not. My Holy Elemental buff is on my character. The character has been removed from my party. No buff for me.
Oh, Margarita's actually supposed to be a real life person.
Really?
Yeah. Only, Matahari.
Ah, okay. Fair enough. Of course it's the Matahari. How could I possibly have missed that?
Yeah. Trying to see, because they do put real people in these games.
They really do. Like Roger Bacon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can use some help here.
The sequel features Princess Anastasia Romanov.
That sounds like an obvious choice. Why did it just heal 90 damage from my grenade?
Rasputin, of course.
Of course.
The Great Gamma? Indian wrestler. T.E. Lawrence.
God, this entire dungeon has just been designed perfectly to be really annoying.
There's nothing I can do in the third one, of course, there's Al Capone.
Of course, yeah. So I spent most of yesterday with either the item command or the special command or both locked. And now I have a boss with a vulnerability I can't exploit that is completely magic immune. Here's some game design.
Elliot Ness. H.P. Lovecraft.
That does sound like an obvious one. Why does this heal spell cost 35 MP? That's just an unacceptably large amount of MP for a single target heal. I'm hoping that most of the dungeons are like the earlier dungeons in the game rather than this one, because the early dungeons were quite good. Most of them were only a screen or two long.
Yeah.
Actually, one thing I really did like with the game is how many of the dungeons are actually town locations. The first 2 levels were towns that you went to, but they just had monsters and random encounters running around.
Yeah.
But this is kind of the first time that we've gone and done an actual kind of honest-to-God dungeon, and it's just been awful. Miles and miles of identical corridors. Irritating, gimmicky restrictions.
Is this the same dungeon you were on last time?
Yep, it's the same dungeon that I spent the better part of 2 hours doing yesterday. But this is the final boss of it, so... Oh Lord. And done, by the look of it. Yep. Whoa. Roger Bacon shows up just to blow us up. Just to specifically blow Yuri up, actually. Whoever's in the next room apparently saved us. Oh, it's these folks. So, the big reveal. Yuri catches on quick. It's odd that they're being apologetic here.
I still want to get around to playing this more.
Yeah, Kato's chin is a lot. I'm enjoying playing it. It's... I mean, I'm kind of more used to JRPGs from this era than I am for the kind of older stuff.
Yeah.
So it feels very
No,
familiar.
it's kind of the same here. I feel like I've probably like finished one SNES JRPG. I think it's probably Chrono Trigger. That's about it, really. Well, I guess no. I finished Dragon Quest IV. That's an NES JRPG. It's a remake, so I don't know if that even counts.
I mean, you're not exactly known for finishing games.
Oh. I'm gonna find my copy of. Not find my copy. Find my 3DS and load up Dragon Quest VII, which I'm on the final dungeon of.
Well, I look forward to you finishing it in 7 years' time. I can't tell if that joke's more at your expense or the game's.
It's a long game.
What's your playtime at?
It's close to 80 hours.
It's pretty long.
I've been focused.
Really?
Like, I've not been like loading up the game and like meandering at all. It might be closer to 70, but yeah, no, it's. I've heard like from the figure of like 75 hours if you rush it.
Good grief.
Yeah.
I think I completed Persona 3 in less than that.
Fucking hell. Oh no, you played the portable version, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that version's a lot quicker. Because they kind of like truncate a lot of the cutscenes.
Sure.
But well, they get rid of a lot of the cutscenes and make them into stills with dialogue boxes.
Oh, I see. So Kawashima is one of the good imperialists. Who thinks it's okay for them to take over the world provided they don't kill too many civilians. I like how we're less than 10 hours into the game and Yuri is already going, I'm tired of being used by people, when he's been used by like maybe 2 people total in his life. It's like, come on, dude.
I don't know, being used to be quite tiring anyway.
Yeah, like, but also it's a very, I don't know, I think they're trying to get too much out of this scene.
Hmm. Also, he's a man with like a physical presence causing pain in his head.
So I guess we're not going to team up with the Japanese then, at least not immediately. I was playing with a guide. Yeah, I was being sarcastic, aren't I? Yeah, I was playing with a guide and mostly videoing.
Persona 3 on the PS2 is a lot longer as well.
Yeah.
because it's you've got longer scenes. The AI party members might not necessarily be as cooperative as you like sometimes.
Yeah, that's true actually. I should actually look up a cutscene edit of P3 because there's almost nothing in the PSP version.
There's enough to make 4 movies. Well, no, there's not, I'm not saying like there is literally 4 movies made.
Well, there's enough plot to make 4 movies. Not all of it is cutscene.
Yeah. I really want to watch those movies.
Devon says they're quite good. From the sound of it, they're rather better than the actual plot of the game.
I think it's the annoying thing. Like Netflix only has the second movie.
Oh god. Xenogears Syndrome.
Xenosaga Syndrome.
Yeah, seems. I could play that now that I've got a working PS2 emulator.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Did you do the thing with the Immersion engine?
Yeah, we fixed all the glitches. I had to replay like an 8.5 minute unskippable cutscene because we fixed all the glitches and then the emulator froze.
Oh yeah, there's a lengthy cutscene about
the fishing village ghost one. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
remember
very
that.
long cutscene.
Because I remember the time playing that, and like I was on like a Skype conversation with someone, and they could hear the whole thing.
Yeah. With some truly hideous sound effects.
Yeah.
Can't remember the way out of Shanghai.
Well, they are trying to go for a bit of a horror vibe.
But there's horror, and then there's just listening to this makes my skin crawl. Those are slightly different things.
I'd assume that's just a different version of horror. But...
I mean, like, disgust on its own isn't horror.
Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah, no, I was confusing disgust with terror there.
I assume I'm supposed to go to the temple ruins next. Not entirely sure why. Oh, hello. I'm confused. I didn't pay attention to a critical cutscene. Now I don't know where to go. Oh, great. So, this is a ladder where if you hold up on it, holding up after the load moves you back down the ladder.
That's smart.
Game design. Is there a lottery chest? Oh, we're on the far side. Left? Ah! That's well hidden. Good grief. I think I've missed that lottery though, because like the character who gives that lottery is dead.
Oh.
Where the hell am I supposed to go? One moment. Ah, I've got more stuff to do in Shanghai first. I've got a the guide open in the other tab. I'm just trying not to rely on it too much. Because last month's game, I was literally kind of reading from the guide more than I was looking at the emulator.
I've just listened to that podcast. Good episode.
Yeah, I'm pleased with it. It's the first one for a while where I felt like I've contributed stuff, really.
So it's Exist Archive next month, is it?
Exist Archive is next month. This is this month. No, hang on.
Yes.
Yes. Shadow Hearts, Exist Archive. Superstar Saga. I can't remember the schedule. I can never remember the schedule.
It's good. I don't think it's on the website, but it's like on the Twitter account. Oh, it's been put on the website now.
Good.
But it still says $1,000.
Whoops. Oh yeah, because Devon did like art for or collected all the art for them, so you'll need to change that.
Yeah, because it's a picture.
Oh cool. How long's the speedrun? It seems like it would be quite a long speedrun. Yeah, it's a pretty long speedrun.
Do you ever look at the like the Baton Kaitos 100% speedrun?
I've never actually watched it. I should, because like I will happily watch very long speedruns, but
Do you know how long the speedrun is?
it's the 250-hour one, isn't it?
It's like 350.
350. Yes, it would be, because it's more than 2 weeks of continuous play. Sorry, I'm tired. I'm doing the doing the maths, but I don't. I'm still determined to actually do Valkyria Chronicles All Medals one day, which is going to be like an 8-hour run.
Yeah, that is just over 2 weeks of continuous play.
I mean, putting it in context, I know that there are a bunch of other 6-ish hour CRPG runs, like, and they tend to be for weird games. I think Resonance of Fate's about that, and Last Remnant is just over 6 hours, with 2 hours of cockroaches in the middle. Ah, yes, suddenly the city is on lockdown. Okay, now we're going to team up with Kawashima, I guess.
The thing on Twitch with the colouring of names is the colour font Bambonatus has clashes horribly with the background. I've got it on night mode.
Ah, right.
The dark background, so they probably haven't optimized the text colors for the background.
Oh boy, Sukatani actually got killed. That doesn't look like he was shot by fellow soldiers for treason. Well, FF7 very much depends which versions you play, because the PC version like skips most of the third disc? Second disc.
Hmm?
There's
Oh.
there's a wrong
Speedruns.
there's a wrong warp in FF7. God, is it really?
Oh.
Ah, right.
The thing about like looking at Baton Kaitos is it's the kind of game that like sort of puts me off because it's a card game based battle system.
Hmm.
I don't get on with card games.
Yeah, the FF7 wrong walk is PC only. The console's a bit more robust. But like, I will happily watch Order Ambrosia and FF13 plat percent runs. So I like how we're having a conversation in the street with a man who's accused of treason while soldiers just patrol back and forth.
I'm just gonna be right back a sec.
Okay. Which way's the harbour? Is this way the harbour? Whoops. Gotta have that horror aesthetic and spray blood everywhere. To be honest, this game does a pretty good job of its horror aesthetic. It's not scary to play or anything, but it's visceral. Casually boards boat that there's a guard standing next to. You can tell me about like gameplay stuff, just don't tell me about plot twists. I'm actually really doing a bad job of hunting for items as well. Like, the chests are so, like it's got that kind of early PS1 era chest placement, but without the fact that the chests really stand out. Oh, hello. First answer for every prompt, okay.
I went downstairs to acquire a muffin.
That's alright for some. Where's my muffin?
Probably be very nice by the time it gets to be fair.
True. A rugged key.
Or they make a muffin button or something.
I'm just salty because I didn't go to the bakery near work and get like delicious eats today.
Oh,
So I have not had baked goods.
I used to work in a place that was like a nice sort of bakery. Sort of like, I don't know, I don't like the baked goods in the southwest.
The place, like, on the street level of our building is it's kind of like it's mostly Indian food, I think, but they do a range of more English style baked goods as well. It's good stuff. You can get a samosa and like shortbread.
That sounds good. Another bakery I used to go to, well, I still go to it because it's like I can still walk to it from home on weekends. But there's like very good vegetarian sausage rolls. They are spiced. At least spiced nicely.
Oh yeah, that is substantially doing damage. How good are you at hitting the red zones on the disc, Bam? Is it like a 90% thing or a 50%? Because my hit rate's about 10%. If that. Wait, where's the way into the hotel? It's this way.
Is it so Bam? Is it hard to get into it because like the rhythms? From my experience with this game, the rhythms kind of change with different equipment.
Do you actually use the acupuncturist at all in the speedrun? Sure do. Damn it. Have I done enough to unlock? Oh, in room again. Okay, that one I feel vaguely justified in getting confused over.
I do feel like the acupuncturist as a system is kind of cool for the Judgment Ring.
It's interesting.
Well, that you can just sort of choose to make it easier on yourself.
Oh, well, I hate this guy already. This guy is a jerk. Dang, that's harsh. That must make the zones pretty narrow. Yeah, Yuri's is definitely the most even. I think I did that about as inefficiently as I could possibly have done. They were tougher soldiers than I was expecting. No, Chin Guy, you can't die. Oh, okay, so you're not going to die. Yeah, Yuri's does, but I like the way the others kind of have the speeding up to them. Especially Marguerite's is really good fun. It's really nice bam, bam, bam feel to it, which works quite well for it being a gun. I can believe that. Ah, this would be the scene where I have to answer questions. I can't see characters being like faux crucified in JRPGs anymore without thinking of Choo Choo. Xenogears is a game.
Is it still bad that I'm still like interested in playing Xenogears?
For the love of God, don't play it. It's 50 hours of your life you will not get back. And the worst thing is, like,
Yeah.
I totally understand why it's interesting and why it's enticing, but also, like, it's not a good game. It's a really bad game.
I mean, I also want to play Chrono Cross, but
Chrono Cross I think is okay to play. At very least, it's super cool to look at as you're playing it.
Hmm. I got halfway through Chrono Cross and I was really into it quite a bit. So
I streamed the whole of Xenogears except for like a couple of bits of grinding near the end. So if you want to know how Xenogears ends, you can go to my YouTube channel and look up Dead or Alive Xenogears stream archive.
You should also listen to the excellent podcast episode.
Oh,
on Xenogears.
stop you! But also, like, Xenogears, I'm not kidding about it being like 50-60 hours. And there's 10 minutes of good stuff near the end. None of which involves, like, you don't even have to press a button. Cool, well I'm going to be streaming, like, this entire game this month, so your input will be welcome. Oh my god, why is the second option this strange machine is so sexy? This game is... God damn. Wait, have you played the Star Ocean games now, Sam? I thought you were only planning to.
I've played like 10 hours of like Star Ocean 3.
Yeah.
That was...
This scary tower is sexy too? Oh, video games. Yeah, I tried Star Ocean 3 after playing Tales of Vesperia, and that was a step backwards. Good grief.
It's kind of, sort of, like, I don't think Star Ocean 3 is particularly good, but there's something that's kind of drawing me to it. Like, or at least, like, I find kind of interesting about it.
Tara, what are you doing? Why? It's so weird to me to play a game where the character models are detailed enough. Like, are PS2 level detailed, but the camera can't get close enough to them because of the environment types. The environments aren't 3D.
I think subsequent games do switch over to 3D environments.
Yeah. Right, back to Shanghai. Boat. Yeah, the last option, I really didn't even want to dwell on it, odd I? Kink shaming this game is entirely right and justified. Why am I being blocked by, like, puppies? Oh, sail, okay. Ah, get out the way! I can't actually get back to the boat! These fucking... Why are there just 4 random puppies? God, I can imagine. Wrong option there. Save Kowloon Fortress, okay. Game design is right. That's a good Hong Kong background. That's cool. Ah, right. Here we go. Oh, Jesus. Is there a visual cue that you can go for when to press the button?
I switched on Dragon Quest 7, so I'm gonna be on to the final dungeon now.
Good luck. Totally unnecessary mashing just because I'm rusty and enjoy it. No, okay, so it wants to be early. Has Shadow Hearts been a new world, or was it one of the RPG Limit Break, or was it one of the sequels? God, I'm not sure my reactions are that good. At least save and load is quick. Or quit and load is quick. Man, that was slow. Yeah, I suppose actually if your mecha thing, you wouldn't be that far off. Yeah, I've only got the one lottery ticket because I haven't been doing enough careful checking. It's alright, the load cycle isn't long. I suppose
Thing with me. Oh,
I
sorry.
could save state. I assume PSXE2 has save state. PSCX2, PCSX2.
TCSX.
I can't remember what order the letters are in.
It's yeah. Emulators. Some of them have some like terrible names. Like Nesticle.
Which one of these windows has save stating on it? Right. Yes! There we go. I guess, Tara, what I would say to that is probably you don't need to pay that much attention. Oh god, Devon mentioned this thing. I'll see how I get on with it, because I think I know where Yuri's things are.
I think with me and Xenogears is I'm just kind of a sucker for things with mechs in it that look kind of cool.
The mechs aren't even the cool thing about Xenogears, though.
I think some of those mechs look really cool though.
What, the dolphin? The giant choo-choo?
I haven't seen that one. I don't think I remember that one, but there are some I just really liked a lot.
I'm just gonna cheat and increase my hit area.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of Gundam lately.
This is true.
Yeah. There's a lot of Gundam, so I've been watching that for a while.
Wait. Well, I'll put one on for now, and I'll go and play around in Kowloon a bit. Yeah, this game's pretty generous cash-wise, or at least it seemed that way so far. It does help that I got really, really lost in the temple. Oh my god, dogs. Dogs, why? I like dogs, but why are you in the way? Zodiac bracelet. Man, I love FF12.
I think I'm over leveled in Dragon Quest 7, just I'm having no trouble with the enemies. Also, I was previously like disposing of some bosses in like small handfuls of turns. I suppose my playtime might be a little longer because of I had to do some. I did actually do a little bit of grinding for jobs actually. I remember now. Because the game has a job system.
Well, hopefully you can enjoy watching me do it and not just sadly crumple into dust as I'm bad. But, no, there's a chest. Rebecca, there's a chest there. I like the designs though, the environment is cool. No? Yeah, I wouldn't characterise Xenogears mech design as being good. Except for the dolphin mech. The dolphin mech was pretty funny. For 3 turns the area has become invisible.
Oh god. That'll be fun.
Well, I've got the power up on that gives me invisible area anyway, so. It's a very old video games thing. Hey! Oh wow, that is a lot of extra damage. Nice. Oops, wrong character. Yeah, it definitely feels like that.
I've definitely said for a while it feels like a PS1 game.
Like stylistically, it definitely is. It feels a little bit more polished, kind of movement-wise, than the PS1 game would.
What do you mean by movement wise as in just like how it sort of the character movement is?
Just yeah, the way it feels to move the stick around.
Well, not a lot of PS1 RPGs were really built for using stick.
Definitely. Oh wow, that's a screen. Fucking hell. Yeah, like the Evangelion connection is a really interesting one because it's quite clear historically that Xenogears was partly chasing. Yes, time because he's an old sage. That was the only good joke I came up with this time. Yeah, something about Xenogears is clearly chasing NGE, but clearly also doesn't get it. Well, I found a key before I found any locked doors. That suggests I guessed right about which direction to go.
Like I remember, I used to listen to like a lot of One Up podcasts, and they talk about like Evangelion's effect on video games, and sort of talk a lot about Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah. Honestly, FF7 probably owes more to Eva than Xenogears does. Xenogears actually pulls a hell of a lot from the more Gundam type of mech story, I think.
Well, sort of Space Prussians. Or Space Nazis.
Oh yeah.
Well, Gundam is like, at least the sort of older series, is a lot more about like the next evolution of humanity.
Yeah, that's true actually.
It's kind of part of it.
I guess, I mean, yeah, that thing with people blowing Evangelion's kind of mythology stuff out of proportion. When I was being introduced to anime by a couple of friends back in college, I got so many lectures about basically Ava's bastardized version of the Kabbalah from those guys. That way nerds have suddenly becoming like extreme experts about the thing.
See, I just remember, like, after having actually met people who'd seen Evangelion in university, them just all being the get in the robot type.
It's interesting because, like, the anime society that I joined at uni was run by the years I was an active member. The people in charge were all women, and I think that led to a very, very different kind of style.
Oh yeah, no, that was kind of in my second year. Kind of was a bit like that. They had a habit of like finding things that weren't necessarily like great, but were weird and interesting, and like kind of obscure. And I kind of really like, as much as I didn't like that, I kind of appreciated it.
Yeah.
Also had a bad habit of using streams of things that would eventually fail. I remember once they streamed a One Piece movie and kept insisting, oh no, it gets really, you gotta stick around, because we kept buffering. You stick around, the ending's really good, and then it got to the end and the video cut off.
Oh god. Yeah, Xenogears Super really wants you to care about the fact that it knows something about Lacan, even though it kind of doesn't know anything about Lacan. This location is so good, it's like the good bits of Midgard, what the hell? Also, there's definitely like some sort of weird glitch in this screen that actually looks amazing. I think it's a shadow issue of some sort, because it's tracking Yuri's movements. Oh no, it's the reflection! There's a mirror there and it's the reflection. Oh, this is bad. This is bad.
Ooh.
Back attacked by one of these. Don't. Fuck me. Do I have a petrify cure? No. And I can't run.
Good night, Sanai.
Good night. Yeah, this is a problem. Oh Jesus, this is a sniper.
Yeah, I could use some help here.
Sure, double petrify. Why not? It's alright, robot talk is
Yeah,
good.
I could use some help here.
I would eventually have taken over with robots anyway.
Yeah, I could use some help here.
Snipe looks like it's probably going to be the best way to
Yeah,
deal
I can use
damage to
some
this
help
thing
here.
with what I've got available. Oh, there you go. That answers that question. Motherfucker. I don't want that happening again. Where's that save state button? Do I have any petrify proof items? Nope. Okay. Well, this suddenly got extremely scary. Yeah, that's the item that I was scoffing at the idea of buying because it was too expensive. Is there an option to flee from battle at all that I wasn't finding? Ah, okay. So at the time when you most want to be able to run, you can't. Lovely. I'm assuming this is going to be a boss. Do we have a loadout that makes sense? Oh, wow. That's pretty grim. Ouch. God, the battle areas being 3D is a little bit jarring.
Hmm.
That's a decent quantity of damage. I'd laugh so much if they'd found some way for scouts to have like a red extra. Dark element. Well, good. I have a light element. Well, I just worked out which notches around the outside to aim for. Oh yeah, I still have my death proofs equipped. That's good. What do we got here? Kind of want to save my MP for healing.
Oh, why is this Dragon Quest 7 forged an entire form of poison?
Oh yeah, I saw that one mentioned in the guide, Bam. That was, that sounded intense. Of course, I can't remember where the hit area for this is. Oh. I guess hit areas for specials still show up? Because they're not off physical attack, right? Oh, never mind then. What's grenade give me worth? 191, 40, so 160. Yeah, I can afford a grenade.
Yeah, I could use some help here.
This is Yuri's holy element fusion. But yes, Tara got very angry earlier about the leg stub things. Okay, that physical attack's amazing, I love it. My god. Now, if the grenade heals it, what about the snipe?
Yeah, I could
Sam's
use some
played
help.
Kadelka, I've only heard of it.
No, I
Oh,
haven't.
I thought you had.
No, I've been where Kadelka's set.
Oh, that's right. Whoops.
Yeah, Kadelka's set in a small town in Wales. Aberystwyth.
I mean,
It's a nice place.
by the standards of Wales, Aberystwyth is not a small town.
Okay, not. To be fair, I've been to like Aberystwyth, Cardiff, and Newport.
Whereas my experience of Wales is places like Denbigh and Ruthin, which really are small towns. Lovely towns, very, very pretty places, but... Damn it. think Demi and Rithon are a bit more than 250 people, but they're not a lot of people, that's for sure. Someone's gonna die!
Problem with looking up guide stuff for Dragon Quest VII is it's all based on the PS1 version. So all the names are wrong.
I'd be surprised if there's as many as 40,000 people in Rithon.
40,000 in a small town. It's a lot.
God, I love the Holy Transforms attack animations. They're so goofy. Right, I should actually concentrate and finish this fight because I've been failing because I'm not paying enough attention.
We're probably not helping.
I mean, that's what streaming is, right?
Yeah.
I really love the camera angle it takes for when Marguerite is shooting. Like the over-the-shoulder angle.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but it just looks really dynamic. I mean, you're not wrong, Tara. Oh god, this guy's attack animations as well. They are also good. Use a stretchy boy. Oh fuck, Yuri's dead. That's a problem. I think the orb is the least of the problems. Fucking hell.
I forget that like Dragon Quest throws a bunch of puzzling stuff in the endgame dungeons.
Sorry, what? Say again?
I forget that Dragon Quest just throws in a bunch of puzzly stuff in endgame dungeons.
Anyway, I win, I beat Wugui. And he turned into a cloud of gas. Please don't make me fight Bacon now.
Let's go into a room that's just Poisonful and there's nothing else there. Love it.
What? Oh, is that a like brain in a jar that's twitching?
Oh.
Grody. Don't diss the orb, I. Right.
Also, if you ever end up playing Dragon Quest VII, I suggest using the AI party commands because they are actually too smart.
Really?
Yeah.
That'd be a first.
Well, because, like, you know how, like, in Dragon Quest you select all actions before the turn? Like, party members, like, AI will act on, like, stuff that hasn't happened yet in the turn, if they've got AI on. Or, like, will react to things that they
right.
do. So, like, if a monster is going to use, like, a elemental spell that turn, they'll use, like, a...
Let's make sure that I've got a Zodiac bracelet for future.
And they'll make sure you're buffed if and all. So yeah, set everyone to fight wisely during boss fights. I wonder if Dragon Quest VIII is the same with AI as well. I'm also wary of starting Dragon Quest VIII after 7 because that game's just as long.
Yep.
Do I get better pace?
Well, 8 is the one that's really popular in the West, right?
Well, 8's kind of the one...
Fuck
I guess
it!
8 like has the...
I scrolled
has, like,
past petrified cure items in the shop and missed them. Ah.
It's like 8 is the one where it's, I suppose, one of the first few that actually looks like nice for its time. Like,
yeah, I remember seeing it
like,
in action. It looks great.
Also, it's kind of the one where it had its post-worldwide Dragon Ball fever. And they kind of played that up a lot in marketing. In fact, they kind of like the tension mechanic. When you get high tension, you basically turn Super Saiyan, which is something they added in for the Western version.
Right, I think that will do for tonight. Thank you for the company and the pointers and the good chats, and there will be more of this tomorrow.
I look forward to it.
See you then.